Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for another Tester Tuesday. If you're new, I'm Serein and my channel is called Dress Yourself Happy. Today's Tester Tuesday first impression foundation review is going to be on the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. Highly requested from you guys. Finally got it in. I'm filming the intro. I will be filming my in-depth application, long day check-in with my final thoughts at the end of the day. Flash, no flash, who I think this might be geared towards, and all of my thoughts at the end of the day. But basically my Tester Tuesdays are really in-depth first impression videos. This is available for around $25 on Sephora, Ulta, and Anastasia Beverly Hills website. I was really excited to find out the price point, and you guys actually told me about this product because I loved the Hourglass stick foundation so much, and you guys asked if I could test this one out because it's a little bit more affordable. I do also like that Anastasia Beverly Hills is cruelty free, and I think that this might be a really good product. So hopefully, high hopes. I hope it's good. If you want to see the Tester Tuesday portion, just keep on watching. Hey guys, so this sucker finally came in the mail, and it was one of the most highly requested I've ever gotten on my channel. Very excited to test this out. My skin is acting a little weird, so I actually waited as long as possible before testing out this foundation before flying off to New York. So basically what's going on is my skin's super rough and dry on my cheeks, and I'm breaking out on my jawline, thanks to trying a sheet mask from a new brand that didn't work out so well for me. I should have just known, because when I pulled it out, it was super fragranced and heavily like fake perfumey fragranced, which can cause irritation for my skin, especially since I try to eliminate anything that's irritating from my skincare routine. So I should have known better, but I was like, I want to try this. It didn't work out, and I've been dealing with it ever since. But my skin is prepped, and I just want to preface that so that you guys know my skin is patchy today. It's very dry and like kind of like bumpy, but skin's not always perfect, and hopefully this will let you guys know what it looks like if you have a little bit more problematic skin. So with all of my Tester Tuesday first impression videos, I prep half of my face and then I don't prep the other half with primer. And I've always kind of just used my Hourglass one because I know that it works well and it doesn't do anything crazy like different from foundation to foundation. There's one pump of the Hourglass, and I'm going to prep my left side of my face because it's just a little more irritated today. The first thing that I liked about this foundation, it's $25, which is quite affordable for a foundation that you purchase at Sephora. So, and you get a little bit more product than the Hourglass Vanish stick. So it's supposed to be buildable, it's supposed to be easy to use and flawless. I'm going to just do this on the left side. This is the shade Warm Natural, and I feel like it's a good match, so we'll do that. I'm actually going to use this brush from Hourglass because I wanted to compare this to the Hourglass foundation. I have a full Tester Tuesday of the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. It's definitely a pricier foundation, but I wanted to show you guys with this brush that I really like it with the Hourglass one to see if it's comparable. And of course, if you can't afford this brush, a good kind of like close second would be the Expert Face brush from Real Techniques, because it's both densely packed and short bristled, so you'll get the same blending effect and way more affordable. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna do a close-up. So that's not a lot of product, and I feel like it smoothed out, evened out my skin. I mean, look, my skin texture is not great today, but it's still taking the makeup really well. You can still see my freckles. My pores look a little bit more diminished on this side. The redness is a little bit gone, although this camera is showing it super blue right now. I do have a pimple right there that I'm trying to heal, so we'll try and cover that in a bit. That blended out really nicely, and it feels really nice on my skin, especially my dry areas right now. So I'm still oily on my T-zone, The thing is, I'm dry and oily. It's so annoying. It's because I'm dry and my skin tries to produce more oils. Okay, let's try the right side of my face, and I will most likely also apply a little more product so you guys can see how much we can build this up. Now this side, I have no primer. The reason I'm not using a beauty blender right now is because I have to wash it and I'm kind of a mess right now. So we're just gonna use a brush. With stick foundations, you can use clean fingers to blend in as well if you would like. You can warm up the product that way and it'll blend even better. So if you have super, super dry skin, I would actually recommend using your fingers to blend it in because it will warm up the product and give you a nice natural finish. Okay, the side without primer is not going on as smooth as the side with primer. It's not a huge noticeable difference, but it's a noticeable enough difference currently because I do have such dry patches and flakiness on my cheeks. So I'm going to show you. I don't know if the camera will capture it, even though it's super HD, but it still looks pretty smooth. If you were to see this in person, it would look pretty similar to how it looks in the viewfinder right now, but I can personally tell just because I know what my skin looks like. So this looks pretty good. It's like a natural finish, so it's not overly dewy, it's not overly matte. I'm going to try and build up the product in areas that I could use a little more coverage and see how much I can build this up. And right now is 10 a.m. I'm gonna head to my mom's, or my brother's, to go visit my, to go visit my mom. So it'll be pretty warm out today, so you can see how this holds up in hot weather. I don't normally wear this much makeup to go visit my mom, but I really like this finish. I'm quite impressed with this. Yeah, I built this up to like a medium, almost a full coverage. I don't really want to go for full coverage today just because I feel like my skin doesn't really need it, even though the texture is an issue, but 2 layers of this foundation really hid all the redness and textural problems. Now, what I mean by textural problems is if you have bumps, that's really hard to hide texture, but you can hide the redness and make it look a little bit less textury. That's kind of what I did, because with any texture problems, you can't fix it with foundation. You can only color correct and fix the the 2D version. You can't fix 3D because the product is not 3D. And if like there's surface bumps, you can't hide it. You can only like color correct it and make it look like it's not there. But if you look at it closely and you touch it, you can tell it's there. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I will show you what it all looks like with the other makeup on. I'll do a flash and no flash test, even though this does not have SPF in it, so there should not be any flashback issues. The only reason there would be flashback is if there's a physical SPF, and this does not have anything, which is, again, really, really similar to the Hourglass Vanish foundation, if I can find it. Very similar to the Hourglass foundation in terms of finish, in terms of the fact that there's no SPF in it, so we'll see how it wears, because this one wears really, really well. If you are super oily, the Vanish one, you're going to want to blot and bring a powder with you to absorb the oils, but the product does not move on you, so that's a good note. And for anybody who's super oily out there, as long as you find a foundation that is not going to move and like wear off from your oils, that's all you really need to worry about, because of the fact that most likely the oils will show through, so you always want to bring some blotting sheets. My favorite ones are from Tatcha, which I'm actually going to pack, and then you can also get really cheap ones from NYX, or bring a blotting powder. Too Faced Pressed Primed and Poreless is a great one. Bye Pores from It Cosmetics Pressed is a great one, and you just want to blot your oily areas throughout the day. I'm dry and I still have to blot because I'm so dry that my oils will come through. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, so all of my makeup is on and I like how it looks. I think it's like a good medium, almost full coverage finish that looks very natural. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that, but we'll see how it wears throughout the day. So showing it up close it just makes my skin look really good, even though I'm not having a great skin day. That looks blotchy, but you guys know my issues right now. So I'm not wearing a lot of other makeup. I did wear a little bit of bronzer from Laura Geller. This is the Baked Bronze and Brighten in Fair. And then I set everything with my Bye Bye Pores from It Cosmetics. So nothing crazy. Cool. I will check in a few more hours. Hey guys, so it is 2:45 in the afternoon. I've had this on since 10 a.m. So it's been almost 5 hours, and I have to say this foundation's holding up pretty well in the heat. It's about 80 degrees out today, and I have been outside walking around. It looks pretty good, I feel like. I mean, my under eyes look really puffy because I need more sleep. And then my sunglass mark is right there, but around my nose it's holding up really well. Around my face it's holding up really well. Pretty impressed so far with the finish, the way it looks, the way it's wearing. Yeah, so it looks pretty good. I'll try and get into a little more sunlight so you guys can see how it looks. Let's move like here before it gets like too bright. Yeah, that's too bright. So I'm standing in the shade right now. I think it looks really good. This is the side with primer. This is the side without primer. Now obviously I still think the side with primer just went on a little bit smoother and wears a little bit better, but not a huge difference, especially considering that I had really dry patches this morning and redness from irritated skin. So I think it's doing really well. Yeah, I'll check in a few more hours. Hey guys, it is, I think, almost 6 p.m. I just woke up from a nap. I fell asleep on the couch at my brother's house with my mom. So I obviously look a lot greasier right now, but it's not horrible. That just happens when I sleep. I like sweat, especially here. But the product is still there. I could probably use a little blotting sheet, and then I'm still like puffy. My face is puffy today. But yeah, the coverage looks really nice in this light. This is like late afternoon light, early evening. So this will probably be the last check-in I do in natural light, and then I will have to use my studio light to do my final check-in with my final thoughts. But this, I think, is very comparable to the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. It is definitely buildable. I could probably build this up a little bit more and still have it look really nice and natural. You can see that it just does a really nice job at like minimizing my pores, getting rid of any blemishes. I also like this just like the Hourglass Vanish one. It doesn't cling to my dry patches, which I had issues with some of my other foundations lately. So it's a long wear foundation that's buildable to full coverage, but it's not going to cling to dry patches because it's not a super matte foundation. But it's doing really well in my oily areas still too. Like, it hasn't worn off around here. So I like it. Okay, I'm gonna go eat something and I'll check back in a few more hours. Hey guys, it is now 8:47 and I'm really loving this foundation. I thought I'd show you guys in like normal evening light indoors. So you can see it looks really good, and even though I'm starting to be a little oily on my nose, it's not bad at all. It has worn off a little bit right here, but to be quite honest, I've been blowing my nose and I have rubbed my nose. I was actually like really upset. I don't even want my food. My food is literally sitting right there, untouched. I've been sitting here like, I don't even want my food anymore. But my foundation looks good. Sorry, I'm totally just venting because I am trying to get back to like a positive place so I can eat my food and pack for New York. I think it looks really good in this light, and this is the kind of light that you would be like at dinner, at home, or at a friend's house if they're having a party. So it just looks really good. I'm really impressed with this. So, I mean, I might use this in New York versus the Hourglass one, but I'll bring both. We'll see. So yeah, I'll check in after I eat, probably around 10 p.m. because I want to make sure you guys see this for 12 hours. So a full 12 hours of wear. Okay guys, it's officially a little past 10 p.m. I've had the foundation on for a full 12 12 hours now. Sorry, I'm getting tired. I have to say I'm really impressed. First of all, I'm really impressed that Anastasia was able to do this for $25 and give you slightly a little bit more product than Hourglass. I'm also impressed with how gorgeous this foundation looks and how well it's working even with my dry areas. Like, look, you can slightly see a little patchiness here where the product is building up, but honestly, that's my skin. Like, nothing is gonna look as smooth as this. And then the product did wear out a little bit over here. Nothing horrible. I can definitely retouch it, especially with a stick foundation. I would blot this and then add a little more product right here if I needed to keep going. But like I said, I've blown my nose a couple times. I have been rubbing my face. Like, I have been touching my face. And I don't feel like it's rubbing off. I think it just wore off when I was blowing my nose. So there's a little redness right here popping up through the foundation, but again, you guys know I have like not great skin today. So this is looking really, really nice. There's no flashback. Who do I recommend this foundation for? I would recommend this foundation for definitely if you're on the drier side and if you're combination oily and dry. If you're super, super oily, you can totally get away with this, but remember, this is not a matte finish foundation. So if you're super, super oily and you want that matte finish, this is not for you. Check out the Urban Decay All Nighter, the L'Oreal Pro Infallible Pro Matte Finish one. There's so many matte finish foundations, and just look for that in the title. This is going to be a natural finish, so you're not going to be dewy and you're not going to be matte. It's going to look like skin. You can build it up from light, medium to beginning of full coverage. You're not going to get that heavy look though, which I personally don't want. I want my skin to always look like skin even if it is full coverage. So I'm happy with this foundation. I think you get a lot of product because of the fact that it is a stick foundation. Even though you look like you're rubbing a lot on, it blends out really beautifully with a brush. You can use your fingers if you have super dry skin to kind of help warm up the product and blend it out a little bit more. Primer, no primer, both sides are doing pretty decently. I always say prime your face, invest in a good primer because it's the first thing going on your face, and then go in with the foundations and concealers. So I really am impressed. Price point is good way to dip your toes into the more high-end slash department store. I wouldn't call this super high-end, but it's definitely more of a department store brand with pretty reasonable pricing. Does last a long time, is buildable, is versatile, easy to travel with because it's a stick. Perfect if you're a makeup artist and you don't want to check your luggage. You can probably put all these in your carry-on. I know I'm gonna put mine in my carry-on, and I think the color range is decent. The color match was good. I have nothing bad to say about this foundation. Do I recommend it? Yes. Do I think it's good for all skin types? I think you can make this work for all skin types. I'm impressed with the oily areas and the dry areas of my skin, so you can definitely make it work, but as always, prep the skin properly. You will have to blot or reapply powder if you are incredibly oily or if it's really humid where you are. But the product does wear nicely and it does look good. I mean, we're on 12 hours. It looks good. It looks good. No flashback, no SPF, so great for photography. I actually prefer products without SPF because you really need to just wear an SPF on its own, especially to wear enough of it. Put it on after your skincare. Hope you guys like today's Tester Tuesday. It's a little bit frazzled because I'm literally leaving. This is gonna go up as I'm flying to New York or as I land in New York, so I have to make sure this is edited and up before I leave. So yeah, if you don't know, I'm in New York. I will be at Gen Beauty New York on Saturday, so let me know if you're there and try and find me on the floor of Gen Beauty. I'll just be wandering around on Saturday. I'm gonna be in New York I'm meeting Hubs in New York on Tuesday when this video's up, and I have a couple events and meetings to go to, and then I'll be at Gen Beauty. I hope to see you guys there. If enough of you guys tweet me or snap me that you're New York based, maybe we can try and do a meetup. Maybe we can do a meetup Saturday night or something like that. My battery's about to die though. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If anything, I hope my video just brought some joy to your day or helped you de-stress and unwind. And I hope my videos help motivate and inspire you to look and feel your best from the outside in. Until next time, I upload videos every Sunday through Thursday, 5 times a week. So make sure you come back and check out tomorrow's video. Bye!